Hello everyone and welcome back to StarBricks. Today we're looking at this little speeder that you see to the right of your screen. It fits inside of this nice little troop transport. Today we're going to be looking at how to build it and what it does. Let's get right to it. So here it is. You may have seen this speeder in Star Wars Rebels. That's where it was first present. Now, it's composed of a few different things. It has the back, the middle, and the long steering vanes in the front. When we look at it, we can see the wedge shape at the front. That was pretty hard to get. And it does something very special. It fits inside of this troop transport. It just goes right in the back. And if you saw my last video about the troop transport, you probably know that. If you want to watch that, it'll be right up here. As you can see, it slides right in and slides right out, just as it would if it was a real Star Wars vehicle. Let's look at the details. Now, this has quite a few different details. As we zoom in a little bit, you can see that it's got this round thing right here that takes some of the power and the blaster hits away from the passenger. And the passenger is actually a regular stormtrooper with a covered stormtrooper helmet face and the stormtrooper training helmet from a set, the Phantom, that came with Ezra as well as his helmet. That's how you make one of the training or scout shoulders. So as you can see, it all connects just on this T-bar, the controls, the panel, and then it goes into a small seat, into the rear section with a few grills to illustrate the engine, a few curves, and little fins that help with steering. And of course, the front also helps with steering a little bit too. Those are the steering vanes after all. Now, it is made up of two basic sections, that is the front and the rear. So let's build it. This section, of course, is the front section. This is one of the more finicky parts, so it might be a little bit difficult to get on your first try. But keep at it, and you should be able to get it. It is pretty simple once you figure out how all the pieces fit together. And once you get everything put together and the person on it, it will not fall apart, especially if you put the handles in the person's hand. Now that is a stud with a hole through it. Now on to the rear. This part is a little bit more simple and easier to do. Now it may be hard to find that tan piece, but you can use whatever color you want. And if you don't have one of those pieces with a little extension of the plate, you can always use a regular plate, and it'll look almost the exact same. Now these are very common pieces that you should have in your collection if you have a larger collection or even a medium-sized collection, perhaps even a smaller collection. So it should be pretty easy to make. Now attaching these is the hardest part. You probably want to take the control bars off and space out these until they perfectly match the other clips. Then you kind of slip it in there and then you put the control bars back on. This is one of the most difficult parts of this process, but it should be fairly easy to get after you get it once. Keep at it and keep trying and you'll get it, and then you'll be very satisfied with the end result. So that's it, everybody. That is this speeder from Rebels, the Imperial speeder. It fits in the back of the troop transport that you can see right here. If you want instructions for that, look above. Now, if you want to use this speeder, go ahead. It's free for you to use as long as you give credit where credit is due. That is, to me, StarBricks. Now, if you like this speeder or you have any ideas for future MOCs, leave a comment down in the description. Also, like, comment, and subscribe to StarBricks. Until next time.